father who locked his adopted child in a box, in an 8x8-foot box in his garage, and has been sentenced to only 5 years probation for his convictions on aggravated child abuse, false imprisonment, and neglect. Well, he says he's got a job. And because of that, you know what? Why jail? You know, I only locked a kid in a box on and off for many years. And, you know, the Mazda place down the road says I can be putting somebody in a brand new Mazda 3 this weekend. And I'm going to give him a nice hot dog and probably a can koozie as well to sweeten up that deal. What do you think? Can I be out of prison to go do that? That's essentially what Tim Ferriter is asking. He's the Florida man. I've said, we should start a podcast simply called A Florida Man. And
could we do that? I think we should do that. I think there's material every day.
It's all Florida stories. He's been sentenced, of course, to those 5 years for locking the adopted son in the box, seeking release on bond now, while his attorneys work on his appeal. In a recent court motion, Federer's attorneys revealed that he has job offers awaiting him upon release, because who wouldn't want to hire this guy? I just imagine all the businesses just chomping at the bit going, we want him. We want the guy who locked the kid in the box. However, the controversy has arisen over one of the job offers, with an attorney alleging that a letter confirming the offer is a forgery. Whoa.
Oh, come on.
Big shocker there that he doesn't have all these people knocking at his door going, oh my gosh, Mr. Federer, we really want you to work. You seem like a lovely human being. Yeah, a forgery. So now he's forging work job offers, if you will.
Well, do they have access to like a printer and computers in jail that he could actually come up with something that looked official enough?
I don't know if not somebody else is forging documents for him, which I believe would be also a crime, especially if you're presenting them in some sort of a official capacity.
Especially like a work release kind of a thing. Like, hey, he's got, a job offer here. Yeah. Let's let him out.
Ferriter's attorneys have requested his release on bond, citing the employment prospects. According to the documents, Ferriter intends to work for Dream Outdoor Properties as a sales assistant in Jupiter, Florida, upon his release. Doesn't that sound like that might be a good company to call on the air? Hey, I'm curious as to why you think this is a good idea to hire this guy, or is he completely full of shit? I'm going to go with full of shit. And Dream Outdoor Properties is having their name raked through the mud. The documents also mention that he has an alternative job offer from Mazda of Palm Beach. Letters confirming these job offers were included in the court filings. The attorney proposing to represent Mazda, an attorney purporting to represent Mazda of Palm Beach, has raised doubts about the authenticity of the job offer. The attorney stated, "Please be advised that the letter purportedly from Mazda of Palm Beach to Judge Howard Coates is a forgery. There is no record of Mr. Ferriter having ever applied for a job at Mazda of Palm Beach, let alone having been offered one. The conflicting claims, of course, surrounding the job offer from Mazda of Palm Beach have added another layer of complexity to Ferriter's legal situation. If the letter is indeed proven to be a forgery, it could have legal repercussions for Ferriter and those involved in presenting it."
There you go.
Furthermore, court documents indicate that if Tim Ferriter is granted release on bond, he plans to reside with his wife at a home in Palm Beach Gardens. His wife, Tracy Ferriter, was arrested alongside him in February 22. Tim Ferriter was previously released on a $50,000 bond before his trial. It's worth noting that before the trial began, Ferriter rejected a plea deal that would have resulted in a 2-year prison sentence. Meanwhile, Tracy Ferriter, who is still awaiting a trial, remains entangled in the legal proceedings, which have garnered, of course, a lot of attention. And it gets trickier and trickier when you make up fake jobs to try and get out on parole. I mean, these people are nuts. I mean, this is just really delusional, crazy type thinking. If they think that people are going to believe this, I mean, they do check on this stuff too. Like if you have a job on work release, they do make sure you're going to that job.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not like, oh, he says he has a job. We'll just believe the guy who locked his kid in a box. I mean, so maybe he can build things. That doesn't mean that he gets to get out on work release.
No.
I mean, yeah, they are going to vet this job offer.
We know he,
like you said, they're going to make sure that he attends the job and that he does the job.
He knows how to assemble cages, so maybe something more like Petland is more up his alley, except when They're like, the puppies go in there, not the children that have shown up to pet the puppies, you idiot.
Want to listen ad-free? Want advanced access to all of our interviews before anyone else?
Become a True Crime Today Premium Plus subscriber on Apple Podcasts.
You get every episode commercial-free.
So you can binge on True Crime
until you can binge no more.
Search True Crime Today Premium Plus on Apple Podcasts now, or go to our podcast page and sign up now.
More of the Hidden Killers podcast next.